talking about you ain't like lemon pepper chicken. She was like, you ain't never had mine. I went, well, that's true. I said, and I'm sorry, I ain't mean to cuss at you.
Right. She's like, hey.
Bruh, she gave me a boneless piece of well-fried chicken, lemon pepper. That is the best lemon pepper chicken I have ever tasted. Listen, I ain't even.
Where's she at?
Man, listen, I told her I gotta find the name of this truck. When I find the name, I'll send it to you, bro. But the chicken was fried hard and it was right. And you know how we are about our chicken. Like, yo, it's gotta be fried hard.
It got crispy hard.
Look, I was brought. Look.
God dang, boy.
The only thing that was crazy, man, and I haven't been back on their site to critique, everything that took place. They wanted you to pay $20 to park, and then pay another $15 to get into the event, and then you gotta pay for your food, pay for your drinks. And I'm like, listen, it's a free park, number one, and then number two, I was like, y'all about to turn an honest Negro into a dishonest Negro, because I was on motorcycle. I could have parked amongst the cars and never paid anything. I decided to come up front. And then you're gonna charge me $20 for 2 bikes, or $40 for 2 bikes. I'm like, listen, man, we take up one space. That's $20. Come on, man. It ain't a car. It ain't a car. Come on. So I said, next time, I'm gonna get in where I fit in, and I ain't gonna say nothing to nobody. But we wound up getting in free anyway because we told them we were influencers, like for Instagram or whatever. So old boy patted us down, and we went on in. We didn't even pay $15. I said, look at God. All the time. I said, $20, that's what it got us. I said, I'm good. Down there in Mexico showing out, man. Look at mama.
Okay, she's showing out.
Dad, smoking Cubans, man. I said, listen, I gotta find me a home Cahiba down here. I was right on time. Man, we found this little spot. We kicked back. She said, you good? I said, I'm good. So my man called me up talking about he misplaced his phone. I said, man, you done messed up my eye. We go to this hibachi restaurant. So I got jokes, bro. So they like, oh, we gonna go to this Japanese restaurant. I looked at them, I said, you realize we in Mexico, ain't no Japanese people down here unless they visit. I was like, it's a Mexican restaurant. They just learn how to cook Japanese style. I said, y'all better get it together. They like, man, you crazy. I was like, I ain't lying. I was like, he just learned how to do this. I was like, but they Mexican, bro. I was like, so we going to a Mexican restaurant where they cook hibachi style. Hello? So somehow or another, he leaves his phone sitting on the counter in the restaurant. We leave the restaurant, they go into the gift shop, we don't walk to the resort, we don't went out to the beach. Me and mama sitting in the lounge, we smoking cigars and drinking cognac.
Yeah.
We going to the pool room, or I guess they had some little off bar.
Room.
Yeah. I get back to the room, bruh.
Boom room.
Change my clothes. I put on my swim trunks. I'm sitting back.
What city I was at?
We was in Isla Mujeres.
What?
Cancun. I'm trying to think of
that was at Cancun.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of the resort. Majestic Elegance. That's what it was called.
Y'all ain't Cancun.
Yeah. So he called me up. It's about midnight. He said, "Bro,
1A.
I lost my phone." I said, "Huh?"
He lost his phone.
Yeah. He said, "I think I left my phone at the restaurant." I said, "Man, you gonna stop playing with me?"
Oh, you can't leave nothing there, bro.
Man, the girl at the front door was waiting on us.
You come back?
Yep.
Get his phone?
Yep. Get his phone. Yep. Yeah, this phone. I said, "Man." She said, "Well, they go, you're high, huh?" I said, "Yeah." I said I was doing all right. So he called with that. That's up, man. Yeah. Man, listen. We just needed some me time, kick back, and relax.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the month, I'm gonna go on over there. What's that? Anna Marie, is that what they call it? Anna Marie Island? I know it ain't an island.
Yeah.
Go over there for a couple days. Mind my business.
Yeah, ain't wrong, bro.
Yep.
So it's like well, I think it's Harley's like 4,500. Wow, look at that, I'm 35.
Man. I must have been a CVO.
There's a smaller one.
Oh, one of the little ones?
A CVO, what's the
No,
CVO?
CVO, that's the top of the line.
4,500?
Yeah. Man, that's a nice bike. No. You said 4,500. 45,000 or 4,500?
Hell no, I ain't going to 45,000. I want to say top of my 4,500.
Okay. Let me rethink that one. So
4,500.
how old was it?
18.
Did it have the Batman front with the single headlight?
I can look it up right now, man.
That's a road glide.
Yeah, I want something like simple. I ain't.
He said, I ain't trying to do all that.
Hey.
Ain't nothing simple about it, that's for sure.
I mean, that or I think about an Indian bike.
My ex-wife got one of them. She like that.
Yeah, I think about Indian bike though.
Yeah, they comfortable. It's a different feel. I don't know enough about them to talk bad or talk good about them, but I just know it's a nice. Okay. One of them cafe style. Yeah, my daughter wants something like that.
Yeah, I want something simple. I want something like this. Very simple.
Okay.
But the Indian bike though, that Indian bike is tough, bro.
Yeah, she wanted Indians. She made up her mind what she wanted.
That's a good one. They really want to hear I'm looking into.
Yep. That's it.
That's it, right?
Mhm.
That thing you ride like. Yeah, I could mess with that sit. How they sit.
Yeah, 'cause they shit just.
Yeah, it's like just right.
Mhm.
See, I would like that one
Ain't
though,
too
but
big.
I would like that one though, but you know, I ain't there yet.
Yeah, that's a cheap thing. Yeah, so that's on the line with having a road glide, not
Yeah.
street glide.
Yeah.
That big front.
See, that's what I want, something like that.
Mhm.
To where I could ride like to work on.
And you ride that thing cross country.
Yeah, so that's like I can put that thing on. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get a bike. Trying to get a bike. I need a motorcycle, man. I'm tired of I'm trying to be a bike club, you know what I mean?
Man, listen. They out here.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to be cycling and biking, man.
They out here. For sure.
My wife was like, she was like, what happened? What happened to? I was like, because she was like, I'm thinking about getting a new car, right? But it's for the EV, right?
Okay.
She was like, what happened? I said, nah, I'm gonna wait 4 years when Trump out of office and they got all these Chinese cars up again to take down Elon.
That's just what they gonna do.
But I'm telling you what, I was get one of the Chinese ones.
Enough.
What? You see them
Man,
things,
stop playing. Listen, the one I like, and don't get me wrong, it's just I wish it had it should have been standard in it. It's BMW EV.
bro? Yeah, I seen that, bro. I was at the EV show. I seen that.
Me and my wife.
I seen the M3 EV.
They real. You running all over the place looking for a charging station, man.
Yeah. But you got a house though, bro. You got it.
Yeah, you got to put it in the house. But other than that, if you don't, and that's
the
what it
only
was.
way I get an EV. This is the only way I get an EV. I don't know. I had a plug-in station at the house. I wouldn't even consider it,
Yeah,
bro.
you gotta have it. And then
Homeowner.
they sell an adapter that you can take and keep in the car.
Yeah.
And like when you go to the Wild or something, you can charge it. You could do that. But yeah, I was like, I said, these things ought to be in this car, you know, just because. I was like, I shouldn't have to buy it.
Yeah. It should be like an extension rod coming out of that.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you know, China got EV station where they just exchange the whole battery.
Man, China got hovering cars.
Bro.
Man, stop playing.
Bro.
If it ain't China, it's Japan.
What now?
Yep, they ain't playing. Like, what? Yeah, we got something for you. Like this joke we're talking about, we ain't letting this in, letting that in. It was like, man, all you doing is making Elon rich. Quick
You
play.
know, and then the terrorists, you know, Elon is the only car company that's 100% in the USA, right?
Is he?
Bro, think about it. So the tariffs will affect everybody but him, bro. Ain't that crazy?
Yo, they gangsters, man.
Bro, every other car company got some type of part coming out the country.
And he the only one that's 100%.
100%.
Bruh. Crazy, yo, they stupid.
Guess what he might do? They gonna have to raise their prices to cover the tariffs, bro. All the parts that come in, bro.
Yeah. Yo, joke
You
is
see what
it,
Canada
man.
did, right?
Yep. Man, listen, they
About the power?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, jokers
Bro.
shut your lights off.
I'll shut your lights off. Playing. Whole city down.
He's like, all right,
Alright,
keep it up.
keep it up.
Yeah, keep
Whole
it up.
city down.
Man, he talking about a couple states,
He
man.
was like, hey man,
Wow.
we don't fault the American people.
Yeah.
So no 1 minute doing this.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go with y'all. We gonna go with him. Like, man, y'all gonna quit playing. Bro, they wild. You know, Trump is a gangster, man. All I do, man, I don't even watch the news like that no more. But when they start talking about him, all I do is laugh.
Boy, when you see it go blackout, boy, that's what they gonna do, boy.
They gonna quit playing with me. Like, okay. I'm like, okay. They like, man, can't believe he's doing it. It's like, y'all voted for him. Why y'all thought he was gonna do something different?
I told you.
He done stuck all types of meat up in y'all.
Boy, y'all live up north. You know how much stuff would go bad?
What? Bruh.
What?
Man, groceries already high, man. Folks is having it fit, man. I was like, man, just
We
wait.
about to be phantom up in this thing, boy.
Man, listen, I'm gonna eat, bro. I'm going to get that ragu. I'm trying to tell you.
He said we're gonna get that ragu.
We gonna eat. The ones, they gonna eat. We
Go
gonna
get
eat.
that
Yes,
ragu.
sir. Yes, sir.
Get that ragu.
Be like, Roy, you need a couple cases?
Ooh.
we got him. We got him.
Get that ragu.
Get that ragu. Like, man, man, my pop called me up the other day talking that message. He said, man, I started to move some money out of the bank.
Bring out last time? How we did it last time?
Yeah. He said, man, no, you know what? No, we was good. We was good the last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He said, man, I'm gonna move some money out of the bank. I'm gonna bring my money to the house. I said,
What?
I said, man, what type of, I said, you ain't trying to move all that money, man, to the house. Stop playing.
You don't do that, no.
Nah, he talking about taking some. I said, listen, if you think you need to, man, I said, take 5, 10 grand, put it in your safe. I was like, if that's what you think you need to do,
Oh, stop. That's the case. Money ain't gonna be no good
yeah,
anyway.
it pretty much when it crashed. I said, you good, man. I said,
You ain't gonna want that money.
nah, they gonna want to barter. I said, man, I can't do nothing with that money, man. I can't spend that. I gotta have something I can use. I said, man, I said, do me a favor, go for a walk. I said, the weather's,
Go for a walk?
yeah, I said, the weather's changing, man. Go do something else, please.
Go for a walk?
Yeah. Like, man, they losing their mind. I said, yeah, we knew that. I was like, come on, man. Yeah, I said, black folks are the most resilient people we know, man. I said, listen. I said, they got videos online right now. I said, make me laugh. I said, well, they was talking about bringing back segregation. I said, we was laughing.
Yeah.
I said, black folks don't care about that. I said, we been segregated. Now what? What? I was like, you ain't been doing it all this time anyway. Like, come on, man.